Why is the metaverse the future of work, and how can it make you money? The very first webpage was launched. There's not a whole lot going on here, it's just a page with some text on it. A video appeared on another website a few years later. In a few years, YouTubers will have a larger following than entire news organizations. Throughout history, technological leaps have resulted in the birth of entirely new sectors and economies. Another leap is taking place as you hear this piece. It's known as the Metaverse, and it will alter the way things work. Let's get started. Welcome to KG, the Inspiration Center for Future Billionaires. Is Meta going to make things better for you? Every news outlet has painted a bleak future in which we are all doomed to be mindless robots in a cog. A Ready Player meets the Matrix, where the Zuck controls everything since Mark Zuckerberg made the announcement. It's the most straightforward story to tell and the one that garners the most attention. This video isn't about major corporations attempting to construct the Matrix, rather, it's about you understanding what's going on and how you may profit from it. And the simplest way to grasp this is to consider the multiverse, which is a smaller size. Have you seen Ariana Grande's new concert? Imagine telling someone a few years ago that Ariana Grande has been touring in Fortnite in 2021. It did, however, manage to create a unique experience with an entirely new level of interaction, akin to what Travis Scott did last year. Something really interesting is happening right now across all industries at the same time, and this type of experience does a fantastic job of integrating something from the real world with something from the virtual world. The result is a disruption of how we connect with both worlds, and what is truly conceivable. You have streaming firms like Netflix developing video games, and video game companies like Riot making Netflix episodes. What exactly is the Metaverse? You may now see the future with nothing more than a modem, a phone line, and a few dollars a month, as the internet was in the 1990s. There were no social media content creators, sharing platforms, trade platforms, platforms that created other platforms, and so on. So the metaverse is technically whatever we construct on top of it. It sits at the intersection of Web 3.0, blockchain, and virtual reality. It is only via the combination of these three aspects that it is feasible. We must examine each of the three pieces separately. There are additional versions of the internet, starting with Web 3.0, which is the next version of the internet. Web version 1.0, it appeared to be the same website we discussed at the start of this video. It's just a page with a load of text and some hyperlinks to additional pages with more information. There's no interaction, no user-generated content, and it's basically just text on a screen. Web 2.0, this is what we have now. It's primarily a community-based effort. The majority of it is user-generated content, it is really interactive, and you can do a lot with it. One thing to keep in mind is that on the internet, there is only one thing you can buy and own. It's a domain called Web 2.0. Web 3.0, the most important thing you can do on Web 3.0 is own parts of the internet. Everything you make, buy, or sell on the internet is yours, and you have full rights to it. This is possible thanks to blockchain, and more specifically NFTs, which are the metaverse's foundation blocks of value. You probably know what they are, but most people dismiss them as useless pixels on a screen for which some idiots are paying millions of dollars. What's blocking me from saving an NFT to my desktop with a right click? What is the value of that? Let's talk about money, or the narrative of money, or how money came to be, to help you better grasp how NFTs function. What gives you the impression that this piece of paper is worth $100? Who was it that told you that? Why would someone give you something in exchange for your piece of paper? It's because, over time, we've agreed that $1 is worth $1, and we trust that it always will. It's a social construct, and it's not really real, but it makes it simple to exchange goods, so we've agreed to use it. The value of an NFT is determined by how much individuals who embrace it believe it is worth, and it offers ownership because it can be traced on the blockchain and no one can copy it. What you're missing is what NFTs could become in the future, similar to how websites evolve through time. Let's look at an example. Compare the first page we discussed before with the Google Maps page. They're both internet pages with a specific link, but the difference is massive. People believe NFTs are a scam, but they upload their creative masterpieces on Instagram in exchange for digital hearts, according to this fantastic tweet. So, in the context of Web 3.0, you have this means of genuinely owning something and exploiting it. What would be an excellent approach to interact with this virtual reality environment? Why is the metaverse the workplace of the future? Despite the fact that virtual reality is merely a component of the metaverse, it appears to be the primary topic of conversation. This is the coolest thing we have right now, till holograms become a thing. It's the natural technological development. It's fundamentally incorrect to assert that Facebook is developing the metaverse. Facebook does not control the internet, blockchain, or virtual reality. It's like stating that Apple built telecoms when they debuted the iPhone, and it doesn't matter what they, Google, or any other firm is doing. Most people can't comprehend the fact that once blockchain becomes ubiquitous, the internet will belong to individuals. Let's say you're an artist who creates a song and sells it for $1 as an NFT. In your smart contract, you specify that every time your song is sold, you will receive 80% of the proceeds, with 20% going to the seller. Let's say we buy your song for $1 and sell it to someone else for $1. In this case, you will receive $1 from the first sale, and 80 cents from the second sale, while we will receive 20 cents, and so on. When someone buys your song, you get 80% of the proceeds promptly deposited into your digital wallet. If you don't use Spotify, Apple Music, or a label, you not only make a lot more money, but your community also generates money from your work, and this is how individual ownership works. Everything in the metaverse is based on this formula, which is what the metaverse is actually all about: the growth of individual ownership. So, how can you profit from it? If you have or plan to invest in NFT, please leave a comment below. You must become a native of this new land in order to see new opportunities. You must understand how they are created, which you can do by educating yourself. If you don't understand how this new thing works and dismiss it as a dystopian nightmare, you will be left behind when reality, both natural and virtual, hits you. The good news is that we're still in the early stages of learning about this space, so there's plenty of room for growth and a whole new pie to eat from. If you like this video, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss out any future videos.